Immigration and Customs Enforcement says its agents arrested more than 1,200 people in their raids over the weekend. Those raids happening from coast to coast in major cities, including here in Chicago, which was due to be one of Trump administration's first targets as a self-proclaimed sanctuary city. NewsNation's Mills Hayes has the latest from Chicago's Little Village neighborhood, which is also known as the Mexico of the Midwest. Mills, two of the country's top immigration officials overseeing the operations were here in Chicago this weekend.
Hey, good morning, Markie. Yeah, Border Czar Tom Homan, as well as Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bovee were here in Chicago over the weekend. And this comes as nearly 1,000 people were arrested just yesterday for being here illegally. Now, we know this comes at the same time that Washington Post is reporting that President Trump is disappointed in the results of his mass deportation efforts so far. The Trump administration directed ICE officials to ramp up the number of arrests to at least 1,200 to 1,500 people per day. Since President Trump took office a week ago, ICE agents were arresting an average of 433 illegal migrants a day. That number nearly doubled yesterday. Federal agencies like the FBI, DEA, ATF, and U.S. Marshals are all working with the Department of Homeland Security. These targeted enforcements are happening across the country in New Jersey, New York, Los Angeles, Austin, Texas, and many more. In Denver, law enforcement officials conducted an early morning operation at a makeshift nightclub, seizing drugs, weapons, and cash. Approximately 50 people who were in the U.S. illegally were taken into custody, many connected with the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua.
I want a safer community. I live in this community too. And so I feel like the people in Denver metro area can wake up today and feel like they have a safer city to live in.
And ICE arrested 5 Tren de Aragua gang members in Chicago yesterday, including convicted murderers and aggravated sex offenders. Markie?
Including Chicago. Many cities, including Chicago, have promised to fight back against these kinds of raids. What are their leaders saying today, post-weekend?
Well, the city of Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson has been making a Know Your Rights campaign on public transit, making sure that people are aware of their rights, even if they're here in the country illegally. And Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker also sounding the alarm and asking the Trump administration to stop going after people who are here illegally but are law-abiding citizens.
Violent criminals who are undocumented in this country should be deported. But when we're talking about undocumented people who have been living law-abiding lives and raising families in the United States, we need comprehensive immigration reform. We need to give them an opportunity to stay in this country legally.
The Illinois Trust Act limits how much local law enforcement can cooperate with federal immigration agents. That essentially blocks Chicago police from helping or assisting with ICE agents. Now, Border Czar Tom Homan has said that if these sanctuary cities would work with ICE, then they wouldn't have to go into communities and arrest people who may be innocent but here illegally. And instead, they could be looking for the bad guys. Markie?
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.